So, Mr. Sears, you're not yet on my list. So, I'm going to need your P number real quick. So this is in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Shane Leroy Raymer. Leroy or Leroy?
Leroy.
Yep. Okay. I like Leroy. File number 23-21665FH. I have Brenda Underwood, P41009, appearing on behalf of the defendant. And I have Dan Gumtow, but state your full name and your P number, please.
Your Honor, Nicholas Sears on behalf of people. Nicholas Andrew Sears. I am appearing under Michigan Court Rule 8.120, I believe, which is the observation of waiting for my bar results.
Okay, very good. All right, you had your hand up?
Yes, I fired her due to misrepresentation.
When did you fire her?
Over 2 weeks ago.
Was that in front of me?
No, that was in her office but the reason I fired her.
Well, do you have another attorney?
I will represent myself.
You're going to represent yourself.
Yes.
You know, there's a very famous quote about representing yourself. Do you understand that?
Yes.
That, do you have a law degree?
All right, guys, buckle in. This courtroom session jumps off immediately. Shane Rimmer is facing serious charges, but before anything can happen, he throws a curveball. He fires his attorney on the spot, claiming misrepresentation and a corrupt system. When the judge asks if he has a legal degree, college degree, or even a high school diploma, his answer: I don't need that. The tension is instant. The arrogance is wild. And the courtroom knows this isn't going to go smoothly. It's a rare moment where courtroom rules clash hard with defiance, and Shane's just getting started. Every eye in the room shifts, stunned, but not surprised. Shane's walking a tightrope, and he just lit the rope on fire. This isn't legal strategy. It's courtroom chaos in motion. From the first minute, it's clear this isn't going to be about justice. It's about pride. And Shane's willing to take the whole system down with him.
Do you have a college degree?
I don't need a law degree.
Did you graduate from high school?
I don't need that either.
You don't need that to represent yourself? Okay. Do you have access to? Okay. So
I have evidence that shows that the description did not match. And
well, I'm not going to get into that yet. So you're asking me today to remove Miss Underwood as your attorney.
yes,
And you want to represent yourself.
if I
Do you understand that even when I have court cases, I hire an attorney to represent me?
Well, I can't trust anybody in this system in this area because they all seem to be working together. This case should have been resolved a long time ago during the appeal the first time. She should have objected when the claim was made that I matched that description 100%.
Okay, so Mr. Raymer, part of what you're saying shows to me that you don't quite understand how the court procedures work, okay? So your attorney has an obligation to ethically represent you. And so before, I would have clients come to me and say, I want you to file this and I want you to file that. And I would say, there's no basis for that. And I don't file frivolous motions, or I would say to them they have probable cause or whatever. So if you want to represent yourself, you can do that at your own risk. You have the right to represent yourself. But what I will tell you is that Miss Underwood is the bane of most prosecutors' existence because she's a little pit bull and she doesn't put up with a lot of guff from them, and she's a tough defense attorney. So you may not like what she says, but I feel like she's always honest. So that being said,
the judge steps in, calm but firm. She tries to explain court procedures, but Shane's not having it. He's convinced the entire legal system is out to get him, and is ready to represent himself because he trusts no one. The judge warns him. His attorney is tough, respected, and known as a pit bull. But Shane won't budge. Then comes the bombshell. He thought today was his trial, but he missed the pre-trial. That mistake causes the judge to cancel his jury trial and issue a bench warrant for his arrest. His entire defense is already unraveling, and the courtroom tension is building fast. What started as defiance is now a disaster. The clock's ticking, and Shane's already behind. The system didn't fail him, he failed to show up. And that mistake? It's costing him everything. Is trying to fight a war he doesn't understand. And now, the judge is holding all the cards. The walls are closing in fast.
proceed and represent yourself, you can. But you understand you're going to have to file written motions. You're going to have to follow the court rules.
This is the trial, right?
No, it's a
Why-
pretrial.
How is this not the trial? I was told this is gonna be the trial.
This
I'm
is a,
supposed to be facing it. I'm supposed to be sitting here with a jury today.
no, you're not.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Raymer, I schedule jury trials and I haven't scheduled you a jury trial.
I was.
Yeah. Oh, wait, you're the one that didn't show for the pretrial. That's why. Is that why?
Your Honor, if I could speak
Yes.
for a second, I think the first thing we need to do.
I'm
is
sorry.
address the bench warrant.
Yes. So, Mr. Raymer, you failed, yeah, he failed to appear for the pretrial conference.
That's correct.
All right. So everybody stop talking for a minute. So Ms. Underwood, thank you for reminding me of that. Mr. Raymer, you had a final pretrial conference on December 11th, and we gave you a notice of hearing, and you failed to appear for that pretrial. And because you failed to appear for that pretrial, I canceled the jury trial because it cost me a lot of money to have a jury here. And so if you're not here for the final pretrial, I'm not going to trial until I get you here. So I actually issued a bench warrant for your arrest for failure to appear for the pretrial. Do you understand that? So Ms. Underwood's now asking for me to set aside that bench warrant. Is that what you said?
Thank you, Your Honor. He did demonstrate to the court that he can show up by showing up this morning.
Okay. So Mr. Raymer, so Ms. Underwood's asking me for me to set aside the bench warrant for your failure to appear on December 11th. Do you understand that? Speak.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And Mr. Sears, any objection to me setting aside the bench warrant since he has it today?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So Mr. Raymer, I will quash that bench warrant. And I'm sorry, I didn't look back to see that this was the original trial date. So that's my procedure. If people don't show up for a pretrial, I set the jury trial as the pretrial. Okay? Do you understand that? So that's why
Yes or
there's
no,
no jury.
Yes or no?
I did answer that.
So we're recording, so we have to hear you. So you have to speak up really loud, okay?
I said yes, ma'am.
Louder.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Mr. Raymer, all right.
Here comes the sting. The judge lays it out. Shane failed to appear for his mandatory pretrial, costing the court time and money. That's why his jury trial never happened. Now he's learning the hard way how the system works. Still, the judge gives him a break, quashing the bench warrant since he showed up today. Then comes the reality check. If he truly fires his lawyer, he won't get another public defender. He's on his own or must hire someone. Shane doubles down, ready to fight solo. The courtroom shifts. From frustration to disbelief. This isn't just a trial. It's self-destruction in slow motion. It's not courage, it's collapse. Point one stubborn choice at a time. Shane is burning his only lifelines, thinking he's taking control when in truth, he's steering into a legal storm, alone. You can feel it. The crash is coming, and Shane is pressing the gas straight into the fire.
So, Ms. Underwood and Mr. Sears, this is a date and time set for pretrial. Mr. Raymer, I have your attorneys did file all the paperwork. Ms. Underwood, do you want to speak to Mr. Raymer for a moment?
Your Honor, I'm not sure that would do any good.
Okay. So,
If Mr. Raymer would like to speak to me, I am more than happy to speak to Mr. Raymer at this point.
So I'm going to quash the bench warrant. Mr. Raymer, if you want to sit down and talk with Ms. Underwood and see if you can meet a common ground, I would highly recommend that. You know, if you want to take 5 minutes or 10 minutes and talk to her, you can do that.
She's not been representing me appropriately.
All right. So do you understand you don't get another public defender?
Well, I fired her and I talked to this man. Are you Mr. Glacier?
No, that's Mr. Glazer.
Who was it that was in the office with us?
That was
That
me.
is Mr. Malero.
Okay, Mr. Malero and her why was he in the office when?
'Cause he's-
in the,
All right. So, Mr. Raymer, if you are firing Miss Underwood, or I can grant that, but I don't have the ability to appoint another public defender to represent you.
No,
They are a separate entity.
If I can't get somebody to represent me that's doing the job appropriately, then I will represent myself. Because I can prove that I was not that person that they're claiming.
That's what a jury trial's for.
Yeah, and when it comes to the jury trial, then I will take care of it there. But I don't need somebody that's not gonna represent me appropriately.
Okay, well, I really doubt that she isn't appropriately representing you, but, so Mr. Glazier and Mr. Malaro, he's asking for me to, He's asking to fire Miss Underwood, so,
If I may, Your Honor.
yes,
Your Honor, I vetted Mr. Raymer's claims about Ms. Underwood's representation. My understanding, she conducted a preliminary examination. She also filed a motion to dismiss, I believe, that was heard and ruled on by this court. I have not determined that she's done anything that did not.
Now things jetriel. The judge questions Shane's decision again. Buthine sis check and prove his innocence alone. The public defender's office responds. They've reviewed everything done her job. Motions filed, exams held, nothing mishandled. Shane just isn't likewise shearing. The judge lays out their truth. His attorney fought hard, Butha refuses see it. Then to relieve her off duty, official putting Shaney on the hook for his own defense. What comes next? Filing motions, prepping jury questions. And Shane has no idea how to do it. The Trinwek is starting, the courtroom is intense, it's stunned. Shane's justice at his best, thinking he's making a statement. Wade's Sreeladone. Sethim's a up for a legal night, my wife note. This safe time he's gone and free fall begins. Thighs eyes what happens when pride take est eel.